Greetings, dear beautiful spirit soul that you are. It's great being with you. I don't tell you the name, the sound I go by, but it's on the YouTube video. So, because I got a lot of names, Granny, Gigi, Champakalata, Terry, that woman, Reverend Terry, Dr. Terry, names. Got to name stuff, label stuff. Anyway, my topic is eliminating the root cause of the problem. Eliminating the root cause of the problem. It's basically two issues. One is, and it's always based on fear, and it's based on ignorance. Fear and ignorance going together create tremendous problems because those problems all start in the mind. And it's like you have to get to the root of the problem. And when you get to the root of the problem, it'll tell you what the belief is. What is the fear? What is opposing you? You see, you want to stop opposing yourself. That doesn't mean believe your mind and the character you've built and your opinions and your beliefs and your this and this and this. That is not you. This has to do with the layers and layers of conditioning, programming, indoctrination, education, all movies, media, all of this. Why is there what's really going on? It's all thoughts. See, people don't get that. It's all thoughts, belief. Why is it called intelligence? Central intelligence. What is intel? That means to tell you something within that you accept to believe is true, you see, and to find out what you are believing and how, you see, you watch the words. You say, oh, you're a word person. Well, so are you. If you're talking and if you're thinking with words and sounds. And so you want to get to the root of the problem. And it's even in physical conditions, it's in relationship conditions, it's in any situation that you'll find that yourself in where there is a problem. And what a problem means is something opposing what you say you want. Something opposing your experiencing the fullness, the beauty, the joy, the love of your divine nature. To also flourish, to thrive, and I never say survive because you don't need to survive. You are eternity itself. Part of that is always the fear you're going to die, fear you're going to get sick, fear somebody's going to leave you, fear you won't have any money, fear you're going to starve to death, fear nobody's going to like you, fear blah blah blah, the nuclear war, earthquakes. We're making these happen because we're powerful. And so maybe people say, well, that's not really true. So you got to get to the root of the problem. And the only way you're going to know this, first of all, you have to be really courageous. And most people are not that courageous. They lie to themselves. They think lying to themselves is great. Okay, I'll tell you, there's this man, and he was so afraid he was going to lose his partner, his wife, whatever. And so he was... the wife is getting attracted to another guy, and so anyway, but she had mentioned, he's really good, and she's kind of focusing on this other guy, and so the wife was getting I forgot which one it was. The husband was afraid the wife was going to leave. That was it. And so, okay, here comes the wind. You know what we do with the wind, so maybe it'll pass, and then we'll get on. So you get to the root. What is the fear? And we have to turn this off in a minute. It's too much wind because you can't hear it that well. And we're in nature, which is great. So you might say the wind, you've got to blow away. You've got to get rid of the basic fear of loss. And it really came down to she had money. And when looking at it, it was she was in his mind the source of his prosperity and what he had worked for or what he had done or whatever, and that losing her was part of losing her, but the real basic issue was his survival. And what happens when we do that, we give the power of God to others, and you're going to make yourself sick. And why some things seem to be incurable, and what does that mean? Curable from within. You have to isolate first that problem, that issue, that belief, that fear. And humanity is run by fear in this reality, because reality is set up for suffering. If you don't think it's true, why are people born and die? Why do people over holidays suffer because of what coulda, shoulda, woulda been and isn't anymore? What didn't happen in your former life when you were a kid and should have been happening now? It's all, where is it? Your mind is the problem. Believing, so that then sets up the fear. And the fear then shuts down your immune system and all of that. So we're going to get to more in the next videos on this. But the key is, first, tell the truth about yourself. If you write it down, maybe don't tell anybody else, but write down what are those real fears that you have, and then we'll handle it from there. So let that sound of the wind just blow away the stuff, and you're gonna center on your heart. So the first part of any problem is the fear. It is the mental state. It is the psychological situation of what you believe, what you give your power to, who you're giving your power to, what you think you need to survive and get by, and who's going to do it for you, and what'll I do without them because I'll have to go do it myself. You are already a creator.